AJ?
Training, keep my life simple. What's been happening? Everything good? Family's good?
I'm all good, brother.
When are we fighting?
When are we fighting? Behave yourself.
This sounds like 2021.
I only called you up to say hello. What's happening, AJ?
Training, keep my life simple. What's been happening? Everything good? Family's good?
I'm all good, brother.
When are we fighting?
When are we fighting? Behave yourself.
This sounds like 2021.
I only called you up to say hello. What's happening, AJ?
Training, keep my life simple. What's been happening? Everything good? Family's good?
I'm all good, brother.
When are we fighting?
When are we fighting? Behave yourself.
This sounds like 2021.
I only called you up to say hello. What's happening, AJ?
Training, keep my life simple. What's been happening? Everything good? Family's good?
I'm all good, brother.
When are we fighting?
When are we fighting? Behave yourself.
This sounds like 2021.
I only called you up to say hello. What's
Big man ting, smash a like button and subscribe. So we just heard there from Anthony, always looking to bust cheeks Joshua. Now this for me is just pure proof of how thirsty, listen, most men around 20 or around 30 years old are thirsty for females. My dog AJ, he is thirsty for smoke. He wants it badly. And the worst thing is, you know, this was recorded from an ITV programme basically looking into Tyson Fury's life. So the point is, this has been edited on for Fury's behalf kind of thing. And still, even when they've edited this on Fury's behalf, it's still clear as day that AJ is the one literally hunting down this dog. Now, don't get me wrong, in my last few videos, I have made it clear that over the next 3 days, I am Team Fury. I am rooting for Fury over Wilder. I'm sorry. I want to see Wilder's cheeks get split, because bottom line is, Wilder has had the belt for 3 years now, and he has not made any inklings of even making the fight with AJ. We've heard about how he fired his promoter. We've heard about how AJ don't exist. We've heard about this, we've heard about that. So in as much as a unification fight goes, at this point, I have to believe Fury is at least a little bit more likely than Wilder to take it. Therefore, I want Fury to win. Not to mention, look, Fury and AJ are on the phone together, having a bit of a laugh. If that don't tell me that's a better relationship than Wilder. Wilder won't even dare pick the phone up. Oh man, it's in the bag. It's $50 million in the bag. Couldn't even pick the phone up. Refused any meetings. Refused anything. Anyway, like I said, for the next few days, I'm Team Fury as far as Fury versus Wilder goes. However, that said, the facts are the facts. This here is Pikachu for Fury, man. AJ or Fury rings up AJ, and AJ just wants smoke. He's not interested in new friends. No new friends, no new friends, no, no, no. I say down for my day ones, and I say one of them Drake bars there. Yeah, he ain't interested in no new friends. He wants to smoke. He wants to split cheeks. And let's quickly go through what was actually said, because the lyrics were kind of funny still. So he picks the phone up, and the first thing, I think they start asking, I think Fury says, what's going on? And AJ says, yeah, just training. Meanwhile, Fury's posted up in the pub, but still, AJ goes, yeah, always training. And then AJ goes, boom, when are we fighting? And Fury says, oh, behave yourself. Then AJ says, oh, it looks like 2021. And then what Fury says, oh, I only called to say hello. So all the way through this, to be fair to Fury, obviously he's quite a nice, jovial lad, because he did call AJ, but still, AJ wants smoke. He don't want no new friends. He wants to split your cheeks, boss man. Now, don't get me wrong. Some Fury fans, in fact, many Fury fans, believe that Fury will box AJ's head off. And I say to them, great, let's see it. I want to see AJ's head get boxed off, ideally. Show me it. Show me this head getting boxed off. Why not? You man have got nothing to lose. Show me the head getting boxed off. We want to see it. We want to see the boxing lesson. But from what I've just heard there, it looks like to me as if what I've been saying all this time is true. In as much as, cast your minds back to 2011. When, don't take my word for it, Tyson Fury was on BBC Talk Sport or some sort of radio show talking to Steve Bunce, and he told Steve Bunce, look out for Anthony Joshua. That young amateur is the business. I sparred a few rounds with him and he bashed me all around the ring. And the way that Fury was on the phone, the way his attitude is towards AJ, I get the feeling that sparring is deep inside his DNA. I've told you before, Anthony Joshua has gene altering power. He can edit people's genetic makeup, yeah. And like for example, we know Fury ain't no Wilder. He's not scared to go in there with people. Fury's been in there with Chisora. He's been in there with Vlad. He's been in there with Wilder. However, AJ, like I said before, AJ's done something to that man, it appears. Because what we do know is, Wilder has had a professional fight with Fury. And Fury's going in there again, no problem. He's all over the rematch, no problem. So, however so-called hard Wilder hit Fury, it wasn't as hard as AJ hit Fury, because that was in 10-ounce gloves. Wilder hit Fury with 10-ounce gloves, and still Fury is all over the rematch. Meanwhile, AJ hits Fury with 20-ounce headgear on, 18-ounce sparring gloves on, and 9 years later, Fury still don't want none of it. Every single thing he was saying, AJ's trying to get some sort of deal done, and Fury's just trying to play it off. Behave yourself. Only cool to say hello. You don't want it. I think it appears to me like almost as if he wants to be friendly. It's like, you know, when AJ offered the sparring, and Fury was all over it saying, "Oh, Anthony, please, Anthony, spar with me, Anthony. Come on, Anthony. Meet me, Anthony. Come on." I think the reason he was so keen was like, it's almost as if he wants to befriend AJ. The same reason why he rang him. I think he almost wants to befriend him, as if so they can kind of build that relationship where they can say, we would fight, but we're great friends. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting a weird vibe here, as if Fury's trying to build a relationship with AJ so it can excuse him from fighting him. Similar to who was it? Dillian Whyte and Hughie Fury. Dillian Whyte and Hughie Fury, allegedly, they had a big relationship. Hughie Fury was offered Dillian Whyte and he said, "Oh no, I'm not fighting Dillian. We've got a really strong relationship." I think he might be one of them ones. That's what it's looking like to me, because I just don't understand it otherwise. None of it ever made sense. Why are you fighting Wilder for chump change when you can get 10 times more and get more belts and in front of more people to fight AJ? But anyway, that's just my quick thoughts on this video. I don't know what you might think, but the language and the interaction, I've told you before, your boy the YB is a psychological Donny. Yeah, we go deep and never mind AJ looking to go deep in Fury's cheeks. Your boy YB goes deep in people's minds. And what I observe, what we saw there, it just don't look good from Fury's point of view. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was jovial, it was fun, but AJ was about business. Straight up, no messing about. Despite this being filmed by ITV, AJ weren't interested in none of the goofy stuff. He wants to split your cheeks. He wants to know when we're doing it. 2020, it looks like 2021. Fury's talking about, don't be silly, like kind of having a laugh. AJ's trying to set dates up. And it really, I'm so glad this came out, because it really goes away to show AJ. When people say AJ's fakes Jay, or AJ don't want it, etc., etc., AJ would never know this was going to be on ITV. AJ would never know this was going to go public. So, for this to be out there now, for this private conversation to be out there, you only really when things are put out on social media, and people make public references or public statements, you can't really take them, or you have to take them with a pinch of salt, because people know, or people can play mind games, can't they? However, private conversations, that's where the truth is, because there is no game playing in private conversations. It is what it is. There's no benefit. What benefit would AJ have had ringing or speaking to Fury on a private phone call and constantly asking him when we're going to fight? It wouldn't make no sense. But now it's come public. It's just the only thing you can take from it is AJ wants this badly. And to be honest, I'm not even sure why I'm making a big deal out of this, as if we didn't already know. But I'm just doing it for you Fury and Wilder fans' sake. He wants this badly, and he's got his loss out of the way now. Fury and Wilder, they've both got their loss as well, to be fair. They've both had a draw. And by the way, assuming someone loses on Saturday, one of them men are going to have a loss as well, and a draw. So we're all going to be in the same boat. Let's get some of these fights popping, and that's why, like I said at the start of this video, that's why I'm Team Fury. Wilder's the one who needs a loss, because if he don't lose, he ain't going to go nowhere near no one. I reckon though, once he gets his cherry popped, he will then be more inclined to taking more risk, especially if Fury marches forward in the high guard and stops him good and proper, actually stops a dude, or gets some sort of finish. Trust me, then he'll be thinking, let's cash in. Or Al Heyman, Mr. MK Ultra, Mr. Mind Control, he'll say, you know what, Wilder's just been laid out, let's cash him in now. So the best result we can have is Fury murking Wilder off nicely. But anyway, hats off to AJ as always, remaining on point. Yeah, clean of mind, never mind being at the pub. Whilst Fury's at the pub, AJ's in the gym thinking about getting in between them soft European cheeks. That's what he's looking to do. Yeah, no doubt.